Steve Morgan here, Fishing Monthly Magazine's wonderful morning out at Somerset Dam, southeast Queensland, and I'm with Garry Fitzgerald from SeaJay Boats. Gary's got a new boat for us this year, and Garry, it's related to a boat that we covered last year at the Brisbane Boat Show. Tell us about this brand new SeaJay.
This is the new 473 Territory. So last year at the Brisbane Boat Show, we released the 493 and it went off like a firecracker. So on the back of that, we've had a little bit of confidence and we've had some feedback as well saying get us some more sizes. So here it is, the 473.
Now, SeaJay boats, of course, made in Bundaberg in Queensland, so locally built, and can take that feedback on and pretty rapidly turn it around. It was only 6 months ago that the Brisbane Boat Show was on and you're already making different iterations of that successful hull.
Yeah, look, we've got our own R&D staff. We've got designers on board. We've got our own CNC router. We can roll with the punches. We can, like the very next boat off the production line, we can make a change to it.
Now, this is a very sweet spot, I suppose, for not just southeast Queensland, but for anyone in Australia that likes to mix up their fishing, whether it's offshore on a calm day, Moreton Bay on an average day, or Somerset Dam maybe on a windy day. This boat can do it all. Run through the layout.
Yeah, so this is our adrenaline hull, but it's our next-gen adrenaline hull, which we're just releasing now. So what is that? That's our adrenaline hull, but we've taken the transom out of our samurai hull and we've put it in it. So we've got a full transom in it. So we've got the ability to go into offshore. We've got the deep sides. We've got the wide body configuration, but the deck layout is what people have been wanting for us. So what we've done, we've taken out the anchor well up the front and we've put it under the front cast deck, so we're giving you more cast deck. We've gone extra ribs to make it extra strong, even though I don't think you need it, but that's the feedback we've got, so we're going to make them even tougher than we have before. And taken on some of the other features from our Avenger Sports and our Velocity models into one boat.
For me, this is a real blank canvas for someone that likes their lure fishing, wants to maybe fit it out with their choice of electronics, because on top of the console you can bracket mount basically any size sounder you like. If you want a 16-inch up there, you can have it. I think that if you're sort of wanting to step up into your first serious fishing boat, this is probably a pretty good choice.
Yeah, look, this is a pretty good all-round boat. Great for lure casting, fly fishing, even cast netting. So I'm not into cast netting, but a lot of the guys are, and they've had a look at this and they've said, that is us. That's perfect for us, yeah. Now,
this thing, it comes on a single-axle trailer with mechanical override brakes. Meaning, firstly, that it's very manoeuvrable. You can drag it around by hand, but secondly, it's obviously not a very heavy package and nearly any car will be able to tow it.
Yeah, single axle. So you don't. It's under that weight range, and that also keeps the price down as well.
This one fitted up with Yamaha's F60, pretty popular motor. It's not the maximum horsepower though. What can we put on it?
Look, this hull we can go up to max 75 horsepower and 165 kilos, no worries at all. So we've tested with the 75, the 70, and we've also run it with a 60, and that's what we're going to give it a run with today. It goes quite well.
Yeah, well, we're going to go and put this thing on the water here at Somerset, maybe throw a few lines in, try to catch an Australian bass, and we're going to come back to you with some performance data. Well, there you go. Cracking day on Somerset Dam. Probably not the best day to test the rough water abilities of this boat, but definitely a good day to get a feel for its fishability, its stability, and its performance with this 60 horsepower Yamaha in the back. And let's start at the back with that Yamaha. 60 horsepower is 15 horsepower shy of the maximum, 75 horsepower. And in my books, always put the maximum horsepower on. So if I was looking at this package, I think it'd be well worth the extra money whacking that extra 15 horsepower on the back. At wide open throttle at 5,600 RPM, this delivered 45 kilometres an hour at an economy of 2.3 kilometres per litre. Pretty good. But drop it down to 4,500 RPM, which is high-ish for an economical cruising speed, 36 kilometres an hour at 3.1 kilometres per litre. Now, this thing's got an 80-litre fuel tank in it, which means that your theoretical range is well over 200 kilometres. Plenty of range to get into trouble with your mates or to go and find those fish you want to get hold of. All in all, the SeaJays are always a very clean lines, clean design boats with minimal clutter. And this lets you treat that boat as basically a blank canvas and fit it up to whatever you want to do, whether it's fly fishing, lure fishing, crabbing. Anything that needs space customised to your way, you can do it with a SeaJay. And let me give you a small example of something like that. The anchor well been redesigned here. Normally, a SeaJay would have the big rotor-moulded bucket up the front with the anchor all banging around in it. This, it's all sequestered. You've got the under the gunnel, you've got the cleat here, and here you've got a full anchor well where all your rope can go away, and they've even put the little slot in there so that the rope can go through. So you can be anchored, and all there is a little bit of rope coming, cleated, and put away. That sort of simplicity keeps things neat, keeps things tidy, and keeps things off the top deck. Again here, the big storage here, you can put in a big cool box, a big esky, all of your tackle boxes and lures, all of the things that you don't want sitting up in the sun can sit under the deck and out of the road. And I challenge you to put a couple of mates and all your camping gear in, and you're going to have room for all of the things you need for a long weekend away. Stability wise, this boat's 2.25 metres wide, 2.25 metre beam, very stable. We've been fishing around this boat all day, 2 or 3 of us on one side, no problems at all. But one thing I really like about this boat is that enclosed transom. There's something about having a full transom which makes me feel safe out on the water, and more so out on the blue water where there's bigger swells and a bit more variability in what water you're going to be encountering. But that full transom, it gives you space to put your batteries underneath. It gives you a little bit of a deck to climb in and out of the boat, but more importantly, it gives you that peace of mind when you're in bigger water. I think overall this boat package, as tested today, retails for around that $40,000 mark, and that's with the Minn Kota and the Garmin sounder on it, but packages start from around mid-30s. So if you're in a $10,000 tinny, it's hot, it's uncomfortable, and it doesn't give you that fishing flexibility, this is the boat that you sort of need to step up into to give you that range and to expand your fishing options. For more information, make sure you like SeaJay Boats on Facebook for factory updates, where they're going to be at boat shows and factory specials, or visit www.cjboats.com.au for more information and to find your nearest dealer.